Deck DJ time.
What is going
Move a little bit
on?
so you don't.
Yeah. Goddamn chairs.
Hey, don't make fun of my chairs. My chairs is awesome.
Awesome?
Awesome.
Awesome like the Miz? Oh, man.
You need somewhere to set that up?
Huh?
You need somewhere to set that up?
Nah, it's all
Okay,
good.
for sure.
Because I could just do that. Awesome.
Oh, okay, for sure.
So, welcome to another episode of the Extra Deck Podcast. As always, I have my guest, the Cali Effect, or as we go by now, Cali Effect.
hey, yo!
We just dropping the.
Yo, stop. I know you shooting at me right now.
Yeah. What's next? Sir 21 as well? You gonna be Sir Cali?
I am Mr. Cali Effect in the Damage Steppers. So.
What's next? You gonna drop the Mister?
Hey, Damage Steppers, stand up, my guys. Really excited to be on this podcast. If you guys didn't know, TJ's making fun of that my Twitter was hacked. And if you guys would follow me on Twitter at Cali Effect, just Cali Effect now.
Wait, it's not NFTZ.
Shut up. Zunks NFT or whatever. Yeah. Also, of course, I don't know why you haven't done it. If you haven't done it, make sure you are following Top Deck TJ. It's at Smoke
at Smoke Fujiwara.
Smoke for your own.
For your own?
Smoke for your own. That sounds
for your own.
Smoke Fujiwara.
So, anyways.
What language is that?
Fujiwara?
Yeah.
Japanese.
Makes sense.
I mean, my favorite anime being Initial D and the main character's last name being Fujiwara.
Hey, I gave her the initial D.
Simmer down, Big Sean. Simmer down.
Oh, shit. Oh man.
So I'm going to lead right into the first topic. This is probably more of a rhetorical question, but I think it needs to be talked about because we are in that season of getting a new list. Will there ever be a ban list that, pleases the entire community, like satisfies everybody?
Everybody? Like every single
casual
individual?
And competitive.
Or are you talking about the majority?
Majority.
Okay,
I
cool.
mean, yeah.
Yeah, majority. I mean, normally when you make an argument, you speak in majority, so that makes sense.
Yeah, because there's always gonna be those few percentage off. So.
Would there ever been a ban? I think there has been. Has there not?
Probably, but
I feel like there has been. I just have to sit here and think. Oh, Necros format.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. 2015 Necros format. I think that satisfied a lot of players because Necros was that tier 0 deck.
Right.
And then the ban list to actually in that format did a lot of great things.
Okay.
For casual and competitive. Competitive players were tired of Necros and casual players are
tired of Necros.
They're getting beat by Necros. But if I remember correctly, there were some other changes that were pivotal. I think Construct got banned at that point in time. There were quite a few cards that were addressed.
So it basically just power crept the entire meta through a ban list.
Yeah, the ban list pretty much. Yeah. But I mean, at that point in time, we were playing the decks for like 2 years or something.
Right.
So it was like
they needed to go.
I think everybody agreed that we needed a hard reset, and
That's what Konami did.
That was exactly what they did.
Okay.
So I mean, but anything like that currently, I don't think that they're gonna hard reset.
No.
And that's something that the casual community would definitely complain about, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Because if you're playing casual, in theory, you're not playing against tier limit. So this is the best Yu-Gi-Oh format ever.
Yeah.
Seriously, if you don't play tier limit, best Yu-Gi-Oh format ever.
Yeah. And to be fair, we just got these decks that are in meta. So, like, it's not like we're still 2-3 formats out of those decks. Like, they pretty much just got here. And even though we're, like, 3 to 6 months away from them truly being hit, we're still, like, within that perfect time frame of like, why do we need to do anything about it? Why address it?
I don't even think they'll be. Oh wow, because it is a new year, but it started last year, right?
Correct. It technically started last year, but we're
6 months into last year.
But we're still in that format season.
Yeah, I think maybe 2024.
2024?
Maybe 2024. Is where the thing is
Konami
doesn't hit decks anymore.
No, they hit.
Yeah, they hit like engines and strategies and problematic cards. They don't hit decks anymore. They haven't done it since 2020. So. And
to be fair, a lot of decks just get pushed to the side because we get new cards, new generic cards, we get new engines, and just fan favorite stuff. So I mean that makes sense. But that also kind of leads me into another topic because we can just intertwine between these two because they kind of do fluctuate together. Because with a ban list also fluctuates pricing. So, do we think Konami could ever do anything to fix the market even more so? Not saying it's terrible, not saying it's great, not trying to make a perspective here.
Let's go into it. Let's go into it. Is the market terrible? I think from my perspective, I'm not gonna lie, I have a pretty jaded perspective, guys. I have 3 of every Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so like, I can't.
Wait, you have 3 Ghost Stardust first ed near mint?
I got 2, so shut up. Like I have 3 to 6 of every.
Yeah.
I have 5 Castura Finras that I didn't even know existed. You know what I mean? Like I only wanted 3. I wound up with 5. But
you had 8, but I got 3.
Yeah, I had it. Yeah, okay,
I got 3. So.
Totally different. Just like coming from a perspective of a person that literally has every card that they'll need. I don't have to go through and be like, yo, I need this card. Yeah. I need to buy this card, and I don't have the money. So it's coming from that perspective, but that doesn't mean I still don't understand the perspective, especially when you do something like Master Duel.
Right.
Master Duel is frustrating because I don't have every card.
Well, you also do series like buy this card before it skyrockets and stuff like that too. Tier lists where you talk about specific cards. So it's not like you're out of the loop of it. But like you said, you just have that different perspective.
Yeah,
of it.
like I have the perspective from a player that has everything, but still I have the mindset of a player that still needs to get stuff or still wants to get stuff. So I feel like I can see both sides of the story. Okay. I think right now, this is one of the cheapest times in Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't really think of too many other cheap times in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there was always that one card, typically, that was expensive. Like Red Eyes Dark Dragoon never was really a great card, but players wanted it. Fan favorite, expensive. Forbidden Droplet, fan favorite, expensive. Access Code Talker.
Yeah.
I mean...
And the list just goes on when we go backwards, too. Because we could even go all the way to, like, Tour Guide era. You know, like, Maxi era secrets were, like, 100 plus. You know, like, those cards were just
maybe when the Megaton reprints came out at that time. We had Maxi, Duality, and Tour
we got,
Guide
like, the
reprints.
Supers and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think there may have been an expensive card there, but if that's the last time we could think of, that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
and Konami's done a pretty good job at like reprinting cards. I think the only complaint from like most majority of budget players is faster. But to be fair, from like the perspective, because like I'm like you, I see both perspectives. Like I've been on the budget side, and I'm now at the point that
TJ just kind of
throw my money and give me my stuff.
TJ has a bad habit for me. He just takes wads of cash and throws it at people, and I'm like, TJ, you can't do that. He's like, but you do it. And I'm like, well, damn.
Look, if I'm gonna fix my problem, you gotta fix yours first.
Oh no, I ain't fixing my problem. 50,000. I don't know how much I spent this year.
Oh God. But I definitely think that we're in that perfect era of like Konami gives us what we need. Like there's just if they're gonna fix anything, I think it's maybe making the reprint a little bit easier accessible. Because if you look at cards like Pot of Prosperity, where like the reprint was 40, but the main was 40, and people are still in that budget of it,
I still think that there's problems like that.
Yes.
Like, because like you said, Pot of Prosperity, there's the Bestial Lubellion, which is like a $70 card.
Fenrir's are 70 plus.
Yeah, Fenrir's are 70 plus. There are still cards that are expensive as all hell, and people are like, God damn, I want this card and I can't get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as comparative to other formats, this is, keep in mind, Bestial Lubellion is for 1, 2, 3 decks, right?
Yeah.
It's not a generic staple Yu-Gi-Oh!
And most of those decks maybe play 1 to 2 copies. They don't even play a play set.
Exactly. And then Castura Finra, you can argue that it's Cyber Dragon. I pretty much compared it's pretty much Cyber Dragon.
Look, just like I did with the Avenger engine, I'm doing it with Fenrir.
It's a card that I feel should have been like easier to get, but at the same time, it is an ultra rare. Like, you know, Konami did not make it. It's probably the most expensive ultra rare I think we've ever had. Yeah. It's like an $80 ultra rare. Like, that's ridiculous.
Because you looked at me a sneak peek and you were like,
oh, yeah, I was like, no,
$15 card. This is not. And I was like, I could see that. And then by the time the next week came about and I threw my money at it, it was like, I plussed either way.
Well, yeah. I was telling, because in my heart, I was not like saying things just to get over people. I was literally telling him, I don't see this card being more than $20.
Yeah.
Hell, maybe $30 or $40, maybe max.
And I was offering 25 plus.
Yeah, and if you go back to any other set, go back to any other Yu-Gi-Oh set, even some of the older sets, and you look up ultra rare Yu-Gi-Oh cards, historically they've never been more than $40.
No.
So it was like,
there's no point in it being that expensive from that perspective.
Yeah.
But once it hit that, it was like, oh, we're in that threshold now.
To address, I can't say your name, Prideful, Sky Prideful, Prideful. Better Than the Floor is from a side set where there's only ultra rare, super rares in commons. We're talking about in context of a main set.
And it was to support an archetype already existing versus an archetype coming out.
And the archetype was bad.
Yeah.
The archetype, but anyways, the main booster sets you get 4, 8, 6.
I'm not good with the ratios.
You get an X amount of ultra rares per box.
Yes.
You buy a case, you're guaranteed to get at least, well, not guaranteed, but you're liable to get like 6 to 8, 9. We pulled a good amount. You're bound to get a certain amount of cards in there.
Yeah.
It's less likely that those cards will sky up in price. But I have made countless videos telling you guys about this situation. To be fair, I have made countless videos after we open sets where I only pull like 4 ultra rares, right?
Yep.
And I'm like,
this is going to be expensive.
I'm like, ultra rares are going to eventually be expensive. I just didn't expect it with cash tier of favor.
Yeah, and to be fair, because even like Unicorn was only like $10 on release, and
What are they
it's
now?
Stabled at like 20, 25.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I did tell you how to buy it before. I mean,
And I will say it, I am one of those people who was
you
like,
didn't buy it?
No, I was gonna hold out, and then it hit 20 something. I was like, I gotta buy it now. Like, it's getting support, and I gotta buy it now.
You're a goofy goober. See, it be your own kind. It be your own. It be your own.
Well, when I'm spending $120 on an Abyss Dweller,
Judas. It be your own, guys. It be your own.
Amen.
But as far as like competitive, like it's literally like levels. Hypothetically, and this is what I really want for the Yu-Gi-Oh community, because I've noticed this in other communities and we fucking suck at it.
Yeah.
There's a competitive community, and then there's a not a competitive. There's really no casual community, guys.
Yeah.
It's just players that want to be competitive, but don't either A, have the funds, or B, they just don't play competitive for whatever reason. I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah.
There's no genuine casual Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I swear to God, if there was actually like a casual circuit, players would play casual circuit. Casual Yu-Gi-Oh! Is at its best right now. Like, non-tier 1 decks, which I guess would be just tier limit. If you take away tier limit out of the format, this format is like...
Honestly, I would say even like tier 0 or tier 1, whatever you want to refer to that tier as, because it's not tier 0, honestly. And then tier 2 as well. You just put everything in rogue. That's really
you can take off the first 3 layers.
Yeah, and then that's casual right there.
That's crazy. Like, you could literally go down, like you said, we can go down to like some of the bad decks that are looking at right now. You know what I mean? Like,
and they're viable.
But like every single one of them are good. It's like, what is going? My guys, Black Wings. Black Wings. I don't know what you guys consider rogue, but Black Wings is rogue, and it's ridiculously good.
And they synchro from the deck.
Can't really be mad at that. But that's what's so cool about this format when you dive deep into this format. But the problem is,
we're so focused on the best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh right now, which truly, it's good, but it's not the best deck.
I don't know about that. I think it's the best deck, hands down. I've had my heart broken. I've had my spirit and my heart broken. You still believe like I used to believe, but now I'm like, I hate this deck.
No, that's coming from a person who's played against the deck. I don't think it's the best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Then why I keep winning?
Because nobody really prepares for it.
I'll punch you. I'll punch you.
Just play more Plunder.
I'll punch you. You're gonna lose to Baguska, watch.
But I play Baguska. So do I lose to myself? Because I summoned it? Like, how does this work?
Oh man.
But with the ban list and like the market, I definitely think that Konami could fix. I'm an advent that like they could fix both of them together.
Do better? Yeah.
Well, if they correct the ban list, it potentially could affect the market enough to where it also
I made a video on it.
Yeah,
I made a video on it. It was the video was titled "Konami, you need to do something about this," and it was their set releases.
Right.
I remember that. I mean,
at least we're not Magic the Gathering though with our set releases. $1,000 for like a special edition or whatever, and you get like 4 packs out of it or something.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? For years, we used to think that Konami was ass and was really bad with set releases, and then you just jump into Magic.
Yeah.
The other ones do it right though. I think Pokemon and
you think so?
Yeah, they don't.
Well, this is perfect because this is actually one of my topics as well. I wanted to talk about the differences between other TCGs to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
Like, you know, the good and the bad, just like obviously because I don't want to get into semantics of like Pokemon and Vanguard and stuff. More or less like how could Konami benefit from them and yeah.
Well, Pokemon ironically is it's weird. Because Pokemon is still like what people do to this, what we used to do when we were younger, like just collect cards.
Yeah.
Pokemon is so collection driven, it's crazy. It's a good thing.
Yes.
It's a bad thing and it's a good thing. It's a good thing because you get players that will buy products freely.
Right.
Because of, that's what they like.
love
They're
for
going
it,
for,
yeah.
a certain Pokemon or a
Right.
certain style or something like that.
Yeah.
And because Pokemon doesn't necessarily have to make new Pokemon every 3 months.
Yeah, because they make new Pokemon with every new generation, which is every 2 years.
Exactly. 2, 3?
Every 2 years, because
I thought it was 3.
In between main games, we get a remake. So it'll go main game, remake, main game.
Oh, I thought it was 3 years. But regardless, they don't have to make new Pokemon every 3 months.
Right.
They make new Pokemon every 2 years.
Yeah.
So it gives us as players more time to relate to said Pokemon or find out our likes and dislikes. Doodle said it's 3 years. Find out our likes and dislikes and get attached to certain Pokemon. I mean, how many times have they fucking reprinted Pikachu? Let's just put it that way.
How many times have they reprinted Charizard?
That's what I'm saying. Like there's more of a connection between that.
Yeah.
And so there's a bigger collector aspect because now you want to get the new version of said card or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a more children base. Pokemon does a really good job at I was gonna say at R. Kelly children. Bro, they pick up more children than Chris Hansen's Predator.
Doesn't that make Professor Oak the original R. Kelly?
Yo. I know they call you Chris Hansen, but I like to call you Chris Handsome. But they do a really good job at that. They do a really good job at getting kids involved and getting kids focused where Yu-Gi-Oh!
Right.
Just don't talk about it, right? Like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like, play this game and learn how to play this game or whatever.
Yeah.
Pokemon has so many different ways to get people in. For Vanguard, I don't think there's anything that Yu-Gi-Oh! Could take for Vanguard. Vanguard needs to take some things from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Maybe more or less like maybe from something, and I'm not too versed on Vanguard anymore. I haven't been versed on it since I was like 15. Maybe like their set releases and stuff and like rarities.
What do they do for set releases?
Well, more or less just like ratios is what I'm saying. Like, and their pricing on their cards by the time they come out, like making them easily accessible for.
Well, I mean,
to get.
because everybody should. All 4 Vanguard players in the United States should. Like, it's. I think you're only saying that if they print 1,000 of a particular card, and there's only 4 Vanguard players, then the 4 Vanguard players will have 250 copies each. That makes it cheap. That makes it cheap. I'm just saying, dog. That's all I'm saying. That's all right. They said that Bushiroad's marketing standpoint.
Okay.
Doesn't Bushiroad have like 4 card games?
They have quite a few.
I know they exist, but I don't know.
White Schwartz, Vanguard, and those are the only 2 I know.
It's like Buddy Fight. There you go. That one.
Yeah.
So White Schwartz, Vanguard, Buddy Fight, and
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if they should take their marketing campaign. I don't know if that's a good idea, dog. It doesn't seem to be fruitful.
Oh man, but I guess there is things that like Konami could benefit from these companies. Very much so. Because Wizards of the Coast has been in business for over almost 30 years now.
You sure? I thought it was longer. Magic is older than us.
Okay, maybe 40 or so.
Hasn't Magic been out since like the 80s or 70s?
Then yeah, it would be about the 40,
let's find
40 year
out
range.
Yeah,
but the point is that they've been going on for a long time. They've obviously been in business, so they're doing something right somewhere, at least keeping themselves in business. Maybe their product releases just haven't been the best as of late. But
maybe for about a year or 2, I think.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like with the same thing as Pokemon 2, Magic does rotations on like their main format. So a lot of the times, by the time it gets rotated out, you're buying a whole new set and you're playing with those cards.
Oh wow! It was released 1993. So.
Oh, 93. So
yeah. But 29 years old. 29 years old.
We're in 2023.
29 years old.
All right.
August 5th will be 30.
Sorry, I didn't know the 30-year-old was expertise.
Yeah, the 30-year-old is very expertly on 30. 1993, and August 5th, you can say 30.
All right, Mr. Technical.
But yeah, I thought it was in the 70s or 80s, but I guess it's just
no.
80s.
I mean, but it would make sense because like who in the 80s was playing card games?
I don't know. We don't know what was happening in the 80s. For all they know, they could be shanking each other. 80s people were weird.
They wasn't walking up to each other like Grease, just snapping their fingers, walking side by side like, you trying to duel? You want to get down? I got my mana.
Stop. I believe it, though. I wholeheartedly believe it. I believe it.
Oh,
I believe that 100%.
Steve's at the burger joint with this girl and somebody disrespect him.
Pull out your deck, punk.
I'm going to beat you with my goblin deck.
All right, we have such a bad, skewed view of people born in the 80s and before.
I am so sorry for the things I said about the previous generation. I'm not sorry.
He ain't sorry.
I'm going to talk more shit if anything.
All right, old man.
I didn't know you like to drive your Bel Air everywhere.
Oh, God. Yo. May want to put your keys on the Davenport, old man.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. No, that's funny.
Yeah.
So, what do we think, like, what do we think we really, like, sets apart, like, competitive decks from casual decks, since we've been on the topic about, like, competitive versus casual, marketplace, you know, those kinds of things. What do you think really sets them apart? Obviously, we get it, like, they're very overpowered versus decks that can't really do too much, but, like, is it more so key cards? Is it more so, the strategies, like, way that it works? Those kinds of things, you know?
A lot of times I would say, again, like, the line is very thick, because you could argue that Blackwing is a casual deck.
But you could also argue that it's competitive too.
Exactly. So, like, where do we draw that line at casual and competitive? The chat is saying money. Okay, so if money is the driving force of casual and competitive, then any budget competitive deck should be casual. That doesn't make sense. Florendarius would be considered a casual deck, and we know that's not true.
Right.
So money can't be it. Money can't be it. Maybe win percentage against the better decks.
Win percentage? Okay. So win rates.
Yeah, win percentage versus better decks. Blackwings can beat tier limit.
Yeah.
Can they consistently beat tier limit? Maybe like 35-40% of the time, which is not enough. You know what I mean? So maybe that. But even then, we're probably still talking about...
Yeah. So the simplified answer here, because this is actually a question I pondered on before I asked it and like came here.
What'd you get?
It's the player. It's what they want to do and what they want to be. It's not the deck. It's not cards. It's not budget. It is absolutely the player and their mindset.
That's right. You know what? Because a player could play a Blackwing deck
and be competitive.
And play Gales, Sirokkos, Kalutes.
They could choose whatever they want.
And that's fucking casual as shit. You're right. You're right. But then somebody like me,
would choose to play.
Gentleman can play the deck.
But it has everything to do with that player's mindset and what they want to do and how they choose to.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with the card game, because this is something that we get asked all the time. Like, how do I get more competitive? How do I get? And really, the simplified answer is putting your mind to it. Literally, just put your mind to it.
How do you get better? Don't suck. No, you're right.
Oh, God.
Just simple.
But it really is. It's just putting your mind to it, practicing more, getting to know your cards better. But like, it really comes down to you as a player.
Oh, and definitely watch more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Challenge.
Oh man,
I've had so many people like, yo, your duel challenges have helped me. Like, thank you so much. You and Top Deck TJ.
I got a comment like that yesterday on the podcast. It's quite lengthy, so I won't go through it all. But basically, in short, the person said that one of their old Yu-Gi-Oh friends stole like their cards from them. They started
one of their what?
Like one of their old Yu-Gi-Oh like friends stole their cards.
Nigga, we ain't running them mans.
I didn't get into them details. I ain't the mans. But he also went on to say that he was getting his doctorate. He was, working, living life with his girl, which is why he slowed down on playing. But when he watches our videos, he's always reminded of the good times, and it just like it's a good output for him.
That's dope.
So seeing that stuff is awesome because like that just makes me want to make more content. And I know same for you because I mean, a negative content's not going to do that to me. I'm not going to look at a negative comment and be like, damn, I got to do better. Like, I got to do more. I want to fight you.
I'd be like, damn, I suck. I should make videos anymore.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, I made another video. Like, I just can't stop fucking up. I just don't fuck up. I don't know how to beat it. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I 100% wholeheartedly agree. If someone wants to get better, pretty much at anything, and I want to add just a little bit of a stipulation to it.
Yeah.
People say practice makes perfect, right? No, perfect practice makes perfect. You can't go out there and expect, and this is anything you do. Anything you do, you can't expect to go out there and be successful at it if you're just doing it. Okay, you need to, and again, any particular situation, the best thing that you can do is watch somebody successful.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely the same thing. Like, if you take Yu-Gi-Oh! As if it was gaming, and I know a lot of you people go and watch tutorials, walkthroughs, maybe if it's an esport, you're constantly binging, worlds or whatever it may be, but you get better after learning from people. And if you're learning more and you're studying, that's basically going to help you. And in the long run, you're never going to realize it, but once you have that knowledge, you start to learn so much easier because now your brain's in the mindset of retaining this stuff.
Yep, and that transfers to so many different things, like everything.
Ironically,
TJ is a good content creator because, like, he just watched me for so long. He was like, oh, yo, so I do this. And I'm like, bro, he's doing stuff that in my first month of doing, or 2 months,
Yeah.
2 months?
Yeah, something
in
like
my
that.
first 2 months of content, I never thought I'd even think about. He made a thumbnail. I'm like, yo, wait, time out. That's not my help. I did not make that thumbnail for him. He just made it. And I'm like, my God, what the?
Yeah.
I give up. Like,
to see this man have literally one suggestion for it and have nothing else and be like, it's perfect after that.
Yeah, I was like, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Now,
but it's literally like reading a book, watching you grow, because I'm on the back end, I'm behind the scenes helping you grow. So like, I'm kind of implementing the stuff that I'm already doing for myself for you, for myself, and vice versa. So yeah, if there's any takeaway, make sure you watch somebody that is really great at it. We don't watch the CMOs, we watch the Cali effects.
I like to say that because I hate being a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I keep saying this time after time. I like just having fun, and unfortunately, my fun is like getting information. Like, I love information. Like, TJ doesn't like it, but I fucking love history.
I love history. What?
You don't like history like I like history. You don't like you said something dumb about World War II. I've dismissed you ever since.
What? No, my father told me about it.
Oh yeah, never mind. No. What was it? No, it wasn't history. It was something. You like insects?
No.
Okay, I love insects. I love learning about insects. I like that. I like learning about plants and animals and stuff. Like, I'll like spit a whole bunch of stupid ass facts, and Bert's like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, I'm in the middle of smashing. I'm like, "Yeah!" Like, I just do that type of stuff. So like, my channel is really predicated to like, sharing things that I'm passionate about and giving you guys information. I try not to be as informational, because then it's a fucking docu-series. Nobody want to hear that.
Nobody wants to watch a documentary on Beat Trooper.
Here lies the lovely Bee Trooper. Bee Trooper arm beetle is packed with so many defenses.
It can not only get through your opponent's board, but it can make a board.
Fucking bars, dog.
Oh god.
Fucking bars.
Oh man. So since we've been on this topic of competitiveness, I'm pretty much gonna make this just a competitive podcast or casual podcast. Like the verses basically. What can Konami do to make Yu-Gi-Oh events better? And do you think we need more events?
Do we need more events on the west side?
Yes.
We do. I would like to purchase 1 ounce of weed, please. Oh, they actually bought it in ounces. I would like to purchase 1 loaf of weed, please. On the west side. And a Diet Coke.
And a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Don't forget your syringe to inject the marijuana.
There you go. I would like 1 syringe and 1 loaf of weed, please. With a Diet Coke and a side of fries.
Oh god. Oh my god.
Oh man.
But I definitely agree. We need more events on the west side because we don't get them that often as the East Coast does.
Yeah, and I'm when I'm talking about the west side, I am not talking about Arizona, Utah, New Mexico, I'm not talking about them. Fuck all them. I love y'all, whoever y'all that live, but fuck all y'all. I'm not talking about Colorado.
Yeah, no.
I'm not talking about in Oregon. Okay?
Yeah.
We need more California, and more. When I'm talking about California, Southern California. Okay, nobody cares about
LA area.
Yeah, more LA area and more Nevada. And when I mean Nevada, I just mean Vegas.
Yeah, because
Vegas and Henderson, maybe Henderson.
you tell me any other city in Nevada, and I'm gonna be like,
YCS Tonopah.
Nope. It's not happening.
YCS Tonopah.
Not happening.
You don't want to go to YCS. What about YCS? I go to YCS Reno. No cap.
Reno,
yes. I fly there.
Yeah, I'm not driving
8-hour drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll fly.
I mean, I guess that's only an extra 4 than we're used to, but that's an extra 4 than we're used to.
Like, bro, you
barely like driving that 4 anyways.
Yeah, I don't like driving the 4. Why you gonna hit me with the 8?
I mean, to be fair to Reno, it's like maybe an hour flight anyways.
Yeah.
So,
what about YCS Watts? You remember that? I was gonna take you to YCS Watts. We go play Yu-Gi-Oh! Right in PJs, dog.
Yep.
Right in the spot where I got my cards wrong.
We gon' I was gonna say something, but never mind. Oh my god. I could just see everybody just being there outside of the tables, and they'd be...
Oh yeah, you better be strapped.
No, clutching their bag.
Oh yeah, you better be strapped or you better do something.
they gonna be like Racist Ryan when we walked into Chipotle.
You gotta chill, man. You gotta chill.
So for everybody who doesn't know, we had a friend. We called him.
He's not racist.
We just called him racist. So. Maybe, but
I don't think he's. I'm confident he's not. He's never said the N-word behind my back.
Sure. Don't know, can't confirm. Anyways, coincidentally, we called him Racist Ryan. We walked into a Chipotle one time, and there was a cashier of a different, not white skin descendant, and he decided his vein was gonna pop out of his arm from gripping his wallet so hard.
I remember that. It was the Chipotle on Charleston.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I missed that Chipotle, man. But yeah.
That was but
what was the question?
It was basically like, should we?
What needs to happen? Yeah.
And how could they fix events? Because I think that although the events are decently structured, you get there and it's never starting at 10 a.m. Like it says. You start at 11:30 guaranteed and noon on YCS's. They have a line waiting, even though they do online registration. Like, the things that they could fix, they just lack on. If you're going to have registration, I think side events should be pre-reg as well. Like, the availability to. I'm not saying that you can't walk in, but
well, dang, you register for every side event, the first one, right?
After I go X4?
Yeah, that's roughly about the time you go X4, so that makes sense.
Amen. All I'm saying is, if I don't get top 4 with my 4th loss to go X4, I don't want it. I don't want it. Oh man. But I think that there's a lot of things that we could take. I think Pokemon does great events. I think they have fantastic events.
Oh, so Pokemon's best of one, just letting you know.
I'm not saying in the structure of match type. I'm saying the event.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure you get to a Pokemon event and they don't have you waiting for an hour and a half for the event to start.
I don't know. I'm just saying, going back to best of one, I would accept best of one Yu-Gi-Oh.
Do you think so?
I would.
Yeah?
I would. I'm not trying to sit next to y'all for that long. Decks are already consistent enough to so you don't break.
I mean, if we're already gonna have a 30-minute game by game 1.
Yeah, like if Konami fine tunes the 30-minute games and deck's not breaking, I don't mind having a best of one.
Yeah.
Play better.
Yeah. That's true.
Just play better, guys. And we get, bro, you'll be X4 within an hour and a half. I'm just saying. We can literally.
I'm gonna be X4 and I'm gonna disappear at side events for 6 hours.
Like I would be perfectly fine if it was like, yo, best of one. I'm like, cool. Last time I gotta be here.
Yeah.
I could literally win or lose and get the hell out.
I guess that could make the game more enjoyable too for bigger events, because then you're not there all day. Mm-hmm. The other thing, my biggest complaint about events is stop giving us 30-minute lunches. I'm tired of going to get my lunch for my round to start by the time I walk back in, because it took me about 30 minutes to get my lunch. I like the 30. I want an hour. Damn, no, hell no. I mean, if we get best of ones, I'll take the 30-minute lunch. Yes. Or hour lunch. If we get best of ones, I'll take the hour lunch, but it has to be like after round 4. Yeah.
That way you can take your permanent lunch.
Look, man, I'm trying to eat my weed and smoke my weed.
I mean, yeah, like after round 4, like if it's 8 rounds after round 4, yeah, that's a good middle ground.
Yeah.
You know, most people have already dropped anyways. The people that are actually here for the long haul.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like
because once you go X4, most people drop anyways. Like, there's no point in them.
X3?
X3, X4. Depends on the size of the event too.
Okay, yeah.
Because there are events X3 tops. So, that would make sense if we push the lunch back a little bit, but we give ourselves more time in lunch. Because I'm really, really, really tired of buying my food and having to eating it between rounds because I didn't have enough time to get it. And
just don't eat.
Just don't eat. All right, cool. Yep. Yeah. You're right. I'm gonna have a hungry stomach. I'm gonna be angry as hell. Konami, I'm gonna be banned. I'm gonna have a year ban by the end of that if I'm hungry.
Another thing that I can think, I mean, I don't want to say better price support, but the side support like destroys the main.
Yeah.
The side support for YCSs has been like ridiculously better than the main support. I'm like, what are we?
It's cool and all to get a Switch, but Giant card? Come on.
Bro.
Come on.
I still want that giant Dama Mama.
I want Giant Amazing Dragon.
I want a giant Dama Mama and the giant Goth Mommy. Oh my god. If they make a giant Mommy Milkers, do they have a giant Mommy Milkers?
I don't know, man, but they're probably working on it.
I'm pretty sure they have a giant Mommy Milkers.
If they don't got a giant Mommy Milkers, we petitioning.
It's gonna be
you petitioning with us.
Either that or I gotta find somebody to make these cards. Cause God, I'm not paying a Full Metal Alchemist for these cards.
Yeah, that's the other problem is these giant cards go for way too much on the secondhand market. Like
I would like 200. Okay, I think I'd buy
1,000 plus.
1,000 is like
oh my god, it's crazy. I would really rather just try to sweat for it at the side event than to pay for it.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot because I am a person that will just be like, take my money.
Yep. Even for me, it's like once you say the wrong number, I'm like,
I'm out.
I'm alright.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a giant card for Labyrinth, which is
probably not.
Yeah, it doesn't like they have one, but I feel like they will soon. And if that happens, I'm going to go for the giant card.
You would probably be going for the Starlight sheet that has them on it.
Oh,
no?
I mean, if you gave me a choice between the giant card, I'm gonna put the giant card, right?
No, I get it. I'm just saying, since the giant card's not out, I guess.
The Starlight sheet. Yeah,
would be the next best thing right now.
Yeah, you're right.
But those even go for a pretty penny, which those are understandable though. I mean,
yeah,
you have a sheet of Starlight.
Yeah, those are a lot.
Like even though they're like a few $100s to $1,000, like on release, by the time they're like a year, 2 years old, they're easily $3,000 to $5,000.
Diviner of Herald is 900, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. Rainbow Dragon is 1,400.
That's too expensive.
Yeah, like that's kind of ridiculous. Like
that is.
Ultimate Slayer is 1,600. Like that's just a little absurd. Like
I wouldn't want a giant card at that point. I would rather print my own giant card.
That's what I'm saying. Like Konami is a little outrageous with these giant cards.
If you know somebody who prints giant cards for dirt cheap, put the link in the chat right now.
Doesn't Pokemon pretty much give away giant cards?
Yeah, kind of, but not like the same way.
Not like the same. Okay.
Yeah, they're not made the same.
Cool.
They're usually a little bit thinner and stuff.
All right, I'm just saying, if they made giant cards like an actual thing that we can collect, that'd just be cool.
Yeah.
But I understand that they want to have like some type of power support.
Yeah.
So I guess.
Yeah, on market almost. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna get into some questions. Doodle. Oh, we've already asked this one. Sorry, Doodle. You didn't ask a question this time.
If you guys want to ask questions for the stream, make sure you're a part of the Discord, my guys. You can post those questions when we ask those questions. And before we get in the stream, once we get the stream, we'll answer those questions.
Absolutely. And I usually do make an announcement, so if you do forget, make sure you're on the lookout for that because that will be your reminder.
All right.
If you could design a Yu-Gi-Oh archetype based on an existing mechanic, what would it be and how would the deck play?
I would make any insect deck that can equip cards from the deck. You know exactly where my mind is headed right now. That's what I'm on right now. That's what I'm on right now. That is exactly what I'm on. That's the only thing that I'm on.
Oh god.
I'm on that insect train, guys.
Oh god.
Beat Troopers best deck. Let's go.
I just want to take Geargia for example, but turn it into Initial D because fuck all that track racing. I want them street racers.
So you want like a flip effect deck?
No, I was gonna say it almost does the same thing as Geargia, but instead of Xyz, it links. It's like a link climb deck.
Oh, cool. Cool.
So basically, I just get my little vroom vrooms and a link.
That's fair. So I mean, I think that was an easy question to answer.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's nothing else that you would want to that you would actually change? Because knowing you just threw that out there.
I just told you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. I told you what I'm on right now.
Word.
I'm on that Bee Trooper.
If you could pick one archetype to never exist, what would it be?
That one's hard.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Pendulum.
Damn.
That's
a mechanic.
We treat it like an archetype.
That's a mechanic.
We treat it like an
That's a
archetype.
mechanic.
We treat it like
That's
an
a
archetype.
mechanic.
We treat it like an archetype.
See, I want to say wind-ups. You know I hate that deck.
All right, chat. This podcast is kind of short.
Oh,
no, that's
man.
fair though. I mean, it was.
No, I'm not gonna pick wind-ups, but I did not like that form. There's
know you didn't
decks
like
that I
the
hate
format.
worse. But
That's true.
you know, wind-ups is definitely that. Whew, this one's tough.
I see a couple of Ishizu. I wouldn't say that's an archetype. They're more support cards.
Technically an archetype.
Do you see Ishizu by itself?
I mean, they are built to play by themselves. That Kelbit control is.
I mean, Ishizu's built to play by herself. But...
Oh man, she's not built to play. She built to play with me and me only.
Oh, man.
Probably Runic. I think Runic is currently thinking. I think Runic's design is just terrible. I
think it is. It's almost like Sky Striker got worse but better.
Yeah, like it's actually I'm retracting that one. The Jirai Gumu deck.
The who?
Doodle's right. Jirai Gumu. Jirai Gumu. Any deck that revolves around Jirai Gumu. Jirai Gumu is a 2200 attack insect monster that when it attacks, you toss a coin and call it, and if you call it wrong, you lose half your life points.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm-hmm. So a worse Time Wizard.
Shut up. No, well, it's a better Time Wizard.
No, Time Wizard wipes the
Bro,
board.
we got a 2200 attack.
I'm just saying, you lose half your life points for Time Wizard. You just lose your Time Wizard.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But I definitely agree. Runic does probably need to go.
Yeah, Runic is toxic.
Runic's got to go. What do you think about smokescreen tactics? Like, how would they be implemented into, like, today's Yu-Gi-Oh?
What do you mean? You play 15 cards in your sideboard to swap out the cards in your main? I don't understand.
I'm just asking questions from Discord.
I know, that's what I don't understand the question. Like,
so, here, I will...
What do you think about smokescreen tactics? I think that they exist.
Okay. So, they're already there. Nothing really needs to change with them.
I feel that people should be a little more specific with their questions if they want a particular answer. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's all. I did not to bash the person or anything, but I don't understand what to say. Like, how else would you implement a certain smokescreen tactic?
Right. Okay. If you could create a Yu-Gi-Oh archetype,
Travis. No,
in the essence of like something that's already been created, so like Marvel, but because we already have a ton of heroes.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so like what property would you choose to create an archetype out of, basically?
They've already made a fucking archetype over everything in the world. Maybe an Overwatch archetype? I mean, I guess. Because I can't think, like...
Wouldn't that just be heroes?
No. Overwatch, no, because they're villains, too. I guess you could say that. You're not wrong. All right, so, damn. Sheesh. You see how far we are. Yeah. Is Final Fantasy VII, is that not an archetype yet?
That... I don't know.
You get one Yu-Gi-Oh monster, right? That monster's a simp for all of these other... Nah, I don't like that archetype.
Oh god.
Oh man, I like literally they've made archetypes over some of the dumbest things ever. They made archetype over appliances. Don't let Sabrina know. They made an archetype over like more electronics.
Yeah,
you know,
Morphtronics.
They've made an archetype over everything. They have an archetype over chess, which is the Archfiend, the original Archfiend. Yeah. I don't know. I need an archetype over Krampus. The Cramp archetype.
Oh god.
You got your gangsters and your neighbors. And a gangster can't be on the field when a neighbor's on the field, and vice versa. And they have powerful effects.
So what would the field spell be called? Because I already see a spell card.
It's gonna be just a big C. It's gonna be called Cram.
The big C?
Yeah, the big C. It's gonna be called Cram.
Then we got a spell card called the 40 ounce.
Yep, there you go. Hey, yo.
Oh man. So I guess to alter the question here, what existing like archetype of a property of sorts that's not like, you know, obviously you can see Konami implemented like something from the outside, like Cosmos or like easily Star Wars and
Star
stuff like
Wars
that.
and Warriors.
Yeah, what archetype like that would you continue to give support and change almost?
Cosmo.
Just Cosmo?
Cosmo, 100% Cosmo. Cosmo is like severely undersupported.
Okay.
You hit the head right. Another one, maybe Burning Abyss, but I don't think they need more support.
No,
I don't think we need any more of his story of the
Dante and stuff.
I forgot what it's called. The Divine Comedy. I don't
Okay.
think we need any more of that.
For me, it would probably be like Super Quantum because Power Rangers go hard.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were Power Rangers.
Power Rangers go hard as hell. I think Power Rangers also just got like an actual like gory anime,
Damn.
like announced.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that'll be kind of cool. But I think those archetypes need to like. I think Konami needs to implement more stuff like that. Obviously, I know copyright infringement is kind of a thing, so it's kind of hard. They gotta,
I mean, they did make Star Wars with Wizard of Oz, so I think
Yeah.
they're gonna be all right when it comes to avoiding copyright.
But I have no more Discord questions. Is there anything you wanted to talk about or chat? Is there any questions that you guys had within reason, obviously?
Why is Fire Fist the best Yu-Gi-Oh deck?
So anyways. Man.
Cloud says, wasn't it Voltron, not Power Rangers? Might have been Voltron. I think he might be right. I don't know. He could be right, could be wrong.
Voltron?
There's no black super quantum monster. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. He's not wrong. Not wrong. We is missing the Black Ranger.
Oh man, a vlogging online archetype. That's what Super Shot wants to see.
Isn't that just Live Twin basically? Pop stars that vlog and
They're built off of malware and pop stars, right? But that doesn't mean that you vlog, pretty much.
I mean, maybe they got a malware on their blog.
What?
Oh man. I guess.
Oh, they do blog. Oh, okay. All right. They blog, but not vlog.
Yeah.
All right. Shit. What are we in the 2000s?
Mm-hmm.
OnlyFans deck. Yo, hold on. Timeout.
TCG's never getting it.
That deck right there, right
TCG's never getting it.
there. OnlyFans deck? Why?
Because
it's
they're
the
gonna-
most American thing ever.
They're gonna nerf it so hard, it's gonna be like we're in David's eyes.
Oh man.
Oh.
I want to see snakes get revisited again.
I don't think we need any more reptilian support. Every time we get reptilian support, it just does not do
It's
well.
bad.
It doesn't
It's
do.
bad.
The last good reptilian support was King Barrel to search a reptile.
No, it was
to go-
Doggy.
Was what?
The last good reptile support. King Farewell. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And that was just so you could like rank 4 so much easier because you had 10 goldfish and gigantic and.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Dixon says gigabyte. That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
But
Need fire support? We just got an announcement of fire support.
Fire King support copium. I'm actually with my mans. I like Fire King support.
That means you also get fire fist support too. He's gonna say Fire Fist best deck in about 2 seconds. Hold it, go! No.
Fire Fist best deck, let's go, baby!
Oh man. Fire Fist worst deck. All right, somebody get him a ban. No.
Oh no.
When was the last pyro card? Good question. When was the last pyro card?
Action Boy. I forgot his name.
I know who you're thinking of. I can't think of his name.
Yeah,
either.
ask him. He knows 100%. He has like a whole. He's been waiting every day for that shit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's in the
That's-
thousands.
he's
No,
in-
he can't be in the thousands.
he's in the
but
thousands.
He's in the yeah. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's in the thousands, and he's been dedicated to like that. His entire personality at this point is pyro.
His personality is pyro.
Pyro.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Pain. Yeah, Pain 96. I think.
Yeah. Actually, that does sound right.
TJ, do you think there's a best locals in Las Vegas? I mean, it's kind of unfair when there's only one, right?
Yeah, there's yeah, because I
Does
don't
that
know.
other locals still exist?
I don't know if Garen's doing that thing anymore.
Oh, okay. Well,
But yeah, I mean, there's only one, and it's the best. I
it's
think.
dope, but like that's an unfair question, right?
Yeah, I also think if somebody else opened up a card shop, if they just don't try hard enough, they're going to be beat by this locals anyways. So, Because Brian does a pretty good job, and it's also central. So
I like the shop.
It's so easy to access. They created such a great vibe there.
Hey, if you talking about LA, I think you said LA. Hold on. We talking about LA, Murillo's or bus?
Yeah.
If Murillo's or bus, we talking about LA, my guy. Murillo's or bus? Murillo's is my boys. Tell them Cali Effect sent you.
Murillo's is fire.
There's also there's another shop too. It's called Stay Weird Gaming.
I don't think I've been to that one yet.
Stay Weird. It's Murillo's. They changed their name to Stay Weird Gaming.
Oh. Well, you're not wrong. Those are the best two shops.
Best two shops, dog. Best two shops in LA for me. Hands down. You know, there's a shop like every fucking 30 minutes in LA.
Yeah. Cactus Man, the name of the shop is The People's Card Shop. It's for the people. The people. The people. Oh, where's my Doodle Beast monsters? Well, go look in Crystals of... What is it? Crystal's Revenge? Some bullshit. But, chat, if you guys don't really have any more questions, because it seems like it's slowing down, I think we're pretty much good.
Yeah, definitely.
So, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love making these podcasts. It gives me time not only to interact with chat and viewers, but it gives me time to just sit down and have a conversation with you versus, like, recording a duel challenge or coming in here to help record, like, scenes, skits, you know, those kinds of things. Because if you guys don't know, I don't just record duel challenge. I do help where I can. But this is always a fun time. It's a great outlet, too. I don't know about you.